Hi, my name is Mel Giannone, President and Broker of Record here at Paramount Real Estate Properties, headquartered in the Greater Toronto Area. We specialize in the exclusive representation of tenant occupiers and investors of commercial property. And you're someone in my marketplace I'd like to do business with. You can check us out by clicking the link to our latest real estate podcast called CRE Next, Work Out Loud, where we share helpful insights on commercial real estate matters affecting you and your business.
Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to another episode of CRE Next, Work Out Loud, where I give you a little peek into my world, my thought processes, my strategies, some of the activities I do on a regular basis to better the value to my customers and looking for opportunities in investment. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you today is about extracurricular activities in real estate investing and real estate advising. One of the things I do on the shoulder months, which are the colder fall months and spring months, is that I actually take the weekends to patrol the streets. It's street patrol. And what I like to do is actually go around certain neighborhoods so that I cover the entire market by the end of the year and see what changes have taken place. Some buildings have come down, some buildings have been newly erected, and also migration patterns. Which other tenants have come into my new market and which ones have actually exited. So it gives me a sense of where the demand is going, and on the weekend I'm able to actually see one of the most important parts of either advising a tenant to move into this type of building in this area or looking at it from an investment point of view. So let me expand on that. We take a look at a neighborhood, we go in there, we realize there is a building now that is vacant on the weekends. You don't see too many cars there. You actually get to see the management side of things. Is the parking lot in disarray? Like, is it all crumbling? Is the asphalt crumbling? You get to see the perimeter of the building itself. Do they have a lot of rodent traps around the base of the building? Is the actual walls on the exterior scaling? So that's from a property management point of view, that's a big flag, because I'm either going to advise a tenant to link up with a good landlord that knows how to manage a property, or I'm going to advise one of my clients to stay away from that building from what I've seen on the weekend. And then again, I'll probably do a patrol during the week to see what that's like from a living point of view. That is to say that the client will be inhabiting the space and what other problems might they face. Maybe there's some overcrowding in the parking. Why? Because one of the tenants that are in there probably has too many employees per square foot, and thus it exploits a little bit of the parking, and so it's not a fair arrangement in terms of the allocation given to one of my clients. So these are all things that I look for on a street patrol on the weekend that I can't normally do during the week. So what does that mean? That means two things. For my clients, it gives me the opportunity and it gives me a reason why I can call them to say, hey, I saw an opportunity down the street. You might like this building. So-and-so had just moved out. It's a great quality building managed by a great landlord and an asset manager. We might want to take a look if you're thinking about making a move anytime soon. So that's one side of it. The other side of it is I look at the building and I see it might be mismanaged. Maybe it's a problem child building for an asset manager they want to get rid of. And it gives me an excuse to call that owner to say, hey, you have a building on Main and Main. I'm wondering whether or not you would ever consider selling it, because I have clients that are looking to be in this area. Maybe we should have that discussion in person. So that's good value either way. I'm helping tenants, and I might actually be helping owners that no longer want the asset. And it creates an opportunity for me because I'm able to help and maybe gain some business, which happens Monday to Friday. Those are dialing for dollar days. Whereas on weekends, I do the street patrol. And it also helps me gain an opportunity maybe from the investment side, buying a building at maybe a discounted price where I can add value by upping the tenancy or improving the actual management and creating a lot of upside for my investor friends. So I want to show you an example of a building that is still in great shape, well managed, but given the changes in the market, this tenant no longer fits in this building, so they've left. As you can see, it's right off the highway, so the position and proximity to the interchange here, four-way interchange, is fantastic for transports and deliveries and shipping. Beautiful building, 2 stories. One might be thinking, why? Well, maybe they needed more warehouse space and the footprint is too small. Maybe the way things are going these days, people like to rack higher, taking on less square footage, but taking on a higher clear height so that they can rack maybe 5 rows up. And that could have been one of the reasons why this tenant decided to move on. But great looking building nonetheless. Things change, market dynamics change, and these are the type of opportunities that I look for. I'll give you another example in the next little clip. So if I had to give you an example of another good building that I can see one of my clients in or one of my tenants in, it would be something like this. So outdoors here, you've got some amenities, and right behind me, you can see the building is in great shape. It's modern and has EV charging stations. You can see that it's well managed. The lines in the parking lot are fantastic. The asphalt's not cracked. No big concerns with the building itself. It's brand new concrete precast. Probably been lived in by one other tenant prior to this. But here's an example of something I like to own with my own partners as well. So here's another great example of an infill opportunity of what used to be a 2-story freestanding building that was all office and was used as an alarm monitoring center. But given the changes, whether the company got acquired or change of ownership, this facility at the end of its lease expiry was no longer good to most of the tenants in the marketplace that are looking to downsize. So a great opportunity to take something that of this size, which is 60 to 70,000 square feet, and turn it into a product that someone wants, something in demand. And like I said, with all the changes going on with online business, shopping, e-commerce, this property is probably better served as an industrial freestanding building that sits adjacent to the Greater Toronto area, well, downtown core, not that far away, right next to the highway system, on and off, 4-way interchange, and pretty close to the airport as well. So there is another great example of the transformation, and this is the reason why I do Street Patrol, because this project didn't take place last week. This is something that has just started this week, and you can see the effects of it on the weekend. You know, as we talk about Street Patrol, you might be asking, hey Mel, so what do? Just go around looking for buildings that are knocked down? But no. I look for other subtle hints out there, like buildings where the main signage for the main tenant, the anchor tenant, has come down. You know, that'll tell me that a huge block of space is now available in the marketplace, and it could be a gorgeous block of space where I can advise some of my tenants, hey, there's an opportunity out there. Or it could be vice versa. New signage going up on a building tells me that a big block of space is no longer on the market and that a new tenant has now absorbed that vacancy. And so then again, it would give me another reason to talk to my clients and let them know that that opportunity is no longer there if in fact they're looking for space. So, you know, money never sleeps, and money doesn't like to sit still, especially when you're going to knock down a building like this, and the holding cost for having this just sit here empty is really expensive nowadays with the interest rates being what they are. But I wanted to show you an example of something that was originally, now this site couldn't be more than 15 years old, but it speaks to how quick the market dynamics change and how the market reacts, because money has to keep moving and being invested. And because of the cost of borrowing, you want to move fast, knock things down, put things up. And in this case, the story behind here was this was actually a campus headquarters, another 2-story office building perched up on a ridge overlooking a beautiful conservation area with a trail and a retaining pond. It was truly beautiful. But again, given the situation in the economy, this marketing company no longer needed the space. Its economic life cycle, I guess, or the cycle for this particular building has come to an end. So, you know, typically it'll go bank the land, package the land, get permits, approvals, design, improve the land, and then get the tenants and then improve everything that's around it to maximize the profits on a building. And then at some point, the building either becomes obsolete or dysfunctional or just out of favor with what the market is looking for, some of the more updated product out there. And at that point, you take the renovate, and then beyond that, it comes down to demolishing and redeveloping, which is the last phase of the development process and the economic life cycle of a site or a building. So that's what you're seeing behind me here. Again, an opportunity to know that this is taking place in my marketplace so I can spread the word and see whether or not it might actually add value to either investor partners or clients in the market looking for opportunities. So that's something I wanted to share with you today, just some of the activities that I do on my extra time until golf season starts and until Formula One season starts, because those happen to be one of my other hobbies that I'll probably share with you in another video. So until the next time, have a great day. Thanks for watching.